Chairman. My amendment will prohibit any money being spent for the implementation or enforcement of any rule or guidance similar to the well control rule offered by the Bureau of Safety and Environmental Enforcement, or BSEE. Unfortunately, according to experts throughout the oil and gas industry, many of the prescriptive requirements contained within the final well control rule will neither improve safety nor reduce environmental risk in drilling, but will actually have unintended consequences of increasing risk beyond that of existing regulations. Additionally, the final rule will create significant additional expenses and burdens for those engaged in exploration, development, and production activities on the Outer Continental Shelf. Ultimately, these added economic and compliance costs, billions, tens of billions of dollars over 10 years, together with other regulatory burdens, could force some smaller operators out of business and drive larger operators from the federal OCS toward countries with less prescriptive regulatory environments and other opportunities. This means that the negative impacts of this destructive rule will likely be felt throughout all 50 states. To my colleagues who represent states that do not have offshore development, I would argue that you should support this amendment because BSEE's well control rule is yet another example of the Obama administration not listening to real experts in this industry and instead forcing rules and regulations into place that will hurt the domestic industry and our U.S. economy. In effect, the well control rule ultimately could increase risk, decrease safety on the outer continental shelf. It's a one-size-fits-all proposal that really is not realistic. It also will negatively impact the attractiveness of the Gulf of Mexico for future oil and gas investment and will likely result in oil and gas operators choosing to develop energy resources in parts of the world, taking those jobs and those investment opportunities with them. As the House's Reducing Regulatory Burdens and Restoring Constitutional Authority Task Force explains in their mission statement, we as a government should be working to make it easier to invest, produce, and build in America with a modern and transparent regulatory system that relieves the burden on small businesses and other job creators and encourages financial independence while balancing environmental stewardship, public safety, and consumer interests. The BSEE well control rule does not do this. America cannot continue to be the global energy leader without policies that foster this kind of innovation, investment, and development of our energy resources. Safety, not convenience, must always be the driving force behind these initiatives. BSEE's well control rule not only leaves industry with numerous questions about compliance, but also has experts concerned that these new measures will increase risk. I reserve the balance of my time.